Red sweatpants fit well. Oh, hi! Hey, everyone. This is Apelli's DM Cheshire Cat, your DM as a hobby, coming again with a fantastic Limbonauts session. I am a little bit exhausted, but we're going to run this game and it's going to be awesome. We're going to just, we're jumping back in. We took a holiday break and it was really relaxing. I really enjoyed it. I think everybody else did as well. The holiday session was quite intense. So we're going to relax a little bit today and we're going to jump into some heavy limbo in which nothing is planned. Everything is going to be kind of on the fly. We did one little exercise that's going to help set the setting a little bit. But other than that, this is just going to kind of be what's going on. So we're going to do our introductions Limbonaut style. I'm going to point to someone. I want you to describe yourself. Just say who you are and then also describe your character. Say a little bit about what they look like. And then I'm going to ask you all a question that will create this session of Limbonauts. This is going to come out of nowhere and we're going to roll with it as it goes. So, number one, I think I'm going to roll for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, starting off with Jenny. Please introduce yourself, your character, and also answer the question. What is name a water-based economy?
Okay, my name is Jennifer, and I play Mittens, the Ever-Raging. She is a tabaxi with mostly black fur and like a white face and hands. And water-based economy. I have no clue.
Like what kind of society depends on water to survive?
Society depends on water. I mean, all I can think of is mer people. So, merfolk.
We're going with mer people. That's what we're doing. Welcome to Limbonauts. Merfolk Society. Next. Alison. Please introduce your character and tell me what time is it?
What did you say? What time is it?
Yes. Okay.
And my character. So my character is Fane the Undying. He is a high elf rogue who has somewhat recently become a lich. So he's a little pale, skin's a little tight, desiccated. Maybe some rot here and there. He wears a nice black leather coat with some fine stitched embossments that says Titus on the back. Some daggers, sneaky kind of rogue. And then what time is it? I'm going to say pre-dawn. So right before the sun is about to come up.
Excellent. It is a pre-dawn. I may be able to do some fun stuff with that. All right, next up. Scott. Scott, please introduce your character and tell me, why is the Quickening angry at the Terra slide? It's kind of random, but that's where we are. Why is the quickening angry at the terror slide?
I'm Scott. I play Warren. He's a red slod, and he has like a Warren, the helping hand. He has white or blue thing going on with our arm. Why is the quickening man terror slide? It's the lack of communication. They just little petty stuff that just exploded over time.
Awesome. Because I need to, yeah, that's much better. That's great. All right. Next up is gonna be Mara. Mara, please describe your character. And there's been like this petty lack of communication stuff between the quickening and the terror slide. What is the most recent conflict that has come about because of that?
Hey, I am Mara. I play Ramsey, who is a robot / warforged paladin who currently has a ghost tied to himself. Conflict. Maybe something like a merchant dispute.
Excellent. You said a merchant dispute?
Yeah, like something to do with refusing to sell the other product or something.
Okay. All right. Got a couple extra questions. We got a good introduction to everybody. Before this session started, we kind of did a weird thing. We looked at our phones, rolled a random d20, and just kind of posted image that happened to be inside of a group chat and on the Facebook feed. So we got some interesting pictures. I've figured out a little bit about most of them, but our decision was to try to use these pictures into one cohesive story. So I've gotten a lot of it, but I have a couple extra questions that we're going to pop around right now, and it's going to kind of set the stage for the rest of it. So I'm going to roll, and we'll see who gets these next couple of questions. Scott, what does the black orchid do?
What does the black orchid do? It it grows.
It grows. All right. We have it grows. Let's see. The next one. Well, I guess that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to go with. It grows. The next one, we're going to go with Mittens, what about that warehouse?
What about that warehouse?
What about it?
The warehouse filled with steam and fog.
Yeah, what about it?
It's really cold in there.
The cold warehouse of steam and fog. All right. All right, guys, we're going to do this. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. As with a lot of other Limbonauts games, as we run through, I may stop, roll a dice, and ask you all a question to fill in some of the holes, and we will kind of just go along with it and see how that ends up. So, yeah, we're going to do this. You guys ready? Ready? Thumbs ups? Sweet. Okay. Starts about 200 to 300 feet underwater. You are staying in a coastal city, and at the behest of an old friend, you are at another restaurant. There's not as much glitz or glam here. It seems to just be a very humble shop that has some communication between the underwater. You have discovered that there is quite a society of merfolk in this underwater town, and they run a restaurant. And there seems to be this weird, just kind of symbiosis that exists between the water merfolk and this coastal town that is nearby it. There's tons of trade that happens between the two. However, there's one shop that your friend Cheshire Cat has told you is amazing, and we should totally go there. You all are currently at a place named, let me see if I can see it. Oh, wait. We're going to call it something that Scott is going to come up with. Does seem to be a hot dog joint, but the hot dogs are made of some sort of combination of animals and sea animals that have been mixed together into these hot dogs. And they ended up actually being pretty darn good. What is the name of this Merfolk restaurant establishment that Cheshire Cat has invited you all to enjoy? Because as I was talking, I realized probably not the best idea to use the actual name of the restaurant in the picture.
Atlantis
What?
Atlantis's hot dogs.
Atlantis's hot dogs. All right. As you all are sitting down in this restaurant, it's just French fries and other things that come with these hot dogs. But the hot dogs themselves are exquisite. They're actually a really delightful, interesting taste experience that Cheshire Cat is always looking for. You all have just finished eating, and Cheshire Cat is not too interested in anything that's going on around, but he does decide to pay for the meal, as he always does when he invites you all out. And after he pays, he leaves a coin on the table. Looks unique, but I think that's where we will pick up from. Cheshire Cat places a coin on the table and says, for you. And he places it down, and you all recognize Cheshire Cat, of course. He's this tabaxi humanoid that has this grayish complexion. He usually wears a gray suit that seems to shimmer and change as you look at it, as though you're looking at 100,000 worlds. And his smile curls up into his face. But yeah, the restaurant itself is kind of in the bottom of a boat. Like there's a boat and it's not on top, it's underwater. The restaurant is actually under in the hull of the boat at the bottom. And the ship is called No Worries. And the ship, there's portholes for the mermaids the mermen and women to swim in and out to serve the customers. So that's where you are right now. We'll pick up from there. Shesha Cat has just laid this coin down and says, I think this is for you all. You may need it. Quickly leaves. I think we'll pick up from there. I want to say we'll pick up from there. Everybody, please give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Sweet.
12.
What is my
24.
unnatural 20?
All right. So you all have a pretty good look around. Clientele is clientele is mostly a mixture of merfolk and humans. You've recognized that the town nearby is mostly full of just humans that run the coastal town, and this restaurant caters to both merfolk who live in the town. As this is going on, let me see, for 20, you all recognize that Cheshire Cat is walking somewhere with some purpose and is following a merfolk with quite a bit of pep in his step. To be kind of keeping to himself as he's following him, and just kind of sneaking behind him, going into the kitchen, which you all know is basically just a hole to the outside of the boat. And yeah, that's where he's heading off to. You also notice that the coin on the table seems to have a smile on one side and a tail on the other. So what would you all like to do?
Well, I guess I would like to sneak after him.
Give me a stealth check.
Also, question though. So if you said it, I missed it. is it air inside the ship and the holes, or is it all water? And we're
in the area you're in, it's air.
okay.
But you know that there are several holes that lead from where you are out into the ocean.
Because the merfolk are coming in to serve us, you said. So do they gain legs, or are they just float? Like, how does, I guess that work?
The merfolk are the best way to describe them is they're amphibious.
Okay.
In that when they come, they can shift between. They have legs. They're not merfolks that just have all the fin tails.
Gotcha.
You assume some of them do, a fin tail merfolk, but some of them have legs and come in and serve.
Gotcha. I got a
So,
non-natural 20 for my stealth check.
Apelles is going to roll for Cheshire Cat. Okay. Following this folk, you're following Cheshire Cat into the back room. Yeah. We're gonna catch on to what you're doing in just a moment. What are the rest of you all deciding to do?
Mittens picks up the coin.
Give me an Arcana check.
3.
3. It is really shiny and seems to be made of it's really shiny.
I put it in my pocket.
You have it. All right, you have that coin.
My mic was off. Ramsey has just finished scraping everything off of his plate onto Warren since he cannot actually digest anything.
Before she even had the chance to scrape it off, it was gone.
Just you all are having a great and very delicious meal. As Fane is a bit curious and decides to follow Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat follows this merfolk to the back. You can notice that Cheshire Cat is also quite unseen and being very stealthy, just as you are, Fane. Get there. You notice there is a large amount of crates in this back room, as well as kind of a hole that for some reason seems to be magically invigorated of some sort, because you can see that it leads to the outside, to water. Water is pouring into the ship as of right now. And you're assuming this is how the merfolk go in and out of the ship to do what they need to do. But there's one looks over his shoulder, and we'll see if he sees you. Does not see you. Let's see if he sees Cheshire Cat. Does not see Cheshire Cat either. That he kind of looks and stops for a moment. Could you make an Arcana check?
16.
16. You recognize that he is casting the Sending spell. And then he pulls out some sort of device into the water, presses the device, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. as all of those crates and boxes in the corner explode.
10. It's about as low as I possibly can get.
Yeah, that's not
Rolled 2.
that's not gonna do it. You're going to take quite a bit because you went right next to it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of fire damage as those box and crates explode. As they do, everyone, you all hear this explosion rock the ship.
Ramsey is
And
standing up to go see what is occurring.
you stand up and you can see from where you are that the door that leads to the kitchen, it's just an explosion tore through it and out and actually hit a couple of the people in the restaurant as well. It's not a very good look for anyone involved. Yeah. What do you all decide to do?
Mittens goes running towards the explosion.
All right. Everybody following?
What happens to Cheshire Cat? I would, I guess, stand up and look around.
But yes, Ramsey is situation because he did notice Fane is not there, so he's sure it has something to do with him.
Well, the Cheshire Cat actually took some damage, but not so much. He made a save. But he is standing in the doorway to the kitchen by the time you all arrive. And you can see that the whole kitchen has been exploded. Whatever magic was preventing the water from coming in is no longer working. And your ship is taking on water. Cheshire Cat looks back at you all, says, this is quite a development. Tell you what, I will ship from sinking. You all try to get everybody off of it. You have 1 hour. Have a good day. And he jumps. And as he jumps into the water behind you, you can see him transform into a very large aquatic creature with tentacles. There's a very huge sized monstrosity, and it begins to latch its tentacles onto the boat and kind of try to push it upwards to keep it from sinking. Sinking boat, you got people on the boat. What do you all decide to do?
How deep underwater are we?
You all are 200 to 300 feet below the surface of the water. So I guess the boat is a submarine. But I guess that's what that means. So you all again are caught in an underwater aquatic prison. So yeah, that's where you are right now.
Is there anything around that looks useful at all?
From where you are, no. You know that the boat be able to get in touch with some of the sailors that run the boat and try to find out some more information. But you see them, they're kind of panicking, trying to get people to escape pods as of right now. Doing their best. Jennifer, awesome. I want you to describe the people who run this boat. What kind of people are they? Are they human, merfolk, a mix of the two? Do they seem competent, etc.?
I would say that some of them are merfolk, and the ones that appear to be more human still have like little fish scales everywhere. So they're still more aquatic. As far as competency, I mean, they're probably panicking like this has never happened before.
Yes, they are quite concerned. They're not entirely sure what happened, why it happened. And
What about the
I
guy?
need the guy who blew up the boat, and yeah, he seems to have dived through the water. He seemed to perhaps have been one of these aquatic people, and seems to have saved himself from the explosion by being in the water, and he has swum away. You all, yeah, and approach one of the sailors or someone there if you would like. If anybody would like to talk to any of the deckhands or get a lay of the ship, etc. Otherwise, there's two hallways that lead off from this dining room that seem to go deeper into the ship. The way that you just came from, the kitchen area, is just a hole that leads to the water. In case anybody wants to try to just go out for a swim, you can go that way as well. Yeah, that's what you see.
Ramsey would like to approach one of the deckhands and offer and ask if he can assist in any way with the current.
Well, he suggests that if you can get, because they seem to be able to handle most of the people. In their storage facility, there are some items that are very important, they say, that needs to get taken out of here. If you can get some people, because I want to say Cheshire Cat has enough rapport with this restaurant in particular that these people that he's brought, the restaurant owners, are kind of okay with trusting at this point. Items in storage that definitely need to get out of the ship as well.
That would be on the lowest deck?
Yes. And he gives you instructions. You need to head down one of the hallways and go down. It may be a lot of water down there, but be careful. Go down. You'll have to go through the warehouse, he says, but there is a safe on the opposite side of the warehouse that hold some items that need to make it off the ship.
I'm down.
Ramsey nods to this, and he's gonna try to collect Warren at least before he goes down, so he has someone with him.
I was gonna say,
and if he can get anyone else, that would be good too. Yeah.
Mittens would go.
I'm taking the food off people's plates after they've
And so I would have overheard because I wanted to approach one and ask too, and immediately offer to go, but then be like, could somebody also maybe heal me a little bit?
Does anyone want to heal Fane?
We have everything's been restored from last session, correct?
You all are at max hit points. Everything is good. Yeah, I will let you all decide on what you want to do as heals, as I decide what's going downstairs.
Take 9 healing with cure wounds.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
9 healing with cure wounds.
Cool, thank you.
Okay. So you all start darting down into the basement to find out what, to get to whatever the safe is. Try to figure out what's there and to pull it out and make sure it doesn't sink with the ship. So sounds like a solid storyline and plot trajectory. So now I know where we're going and we can do this. So Scott, why is the warehouse so cold? What are they transporting?
Dry ice?
Dry ice. Excellent. Mm, Okay, so you all head downstairs. Ooh. You all head downstairs. And I need everybody to make a perception check as you come into this room. The room seems quite empty for the most part. It seems all the personnel have evacuated, but I need everyone to give me a perception check.
22.
22.
22.
20 for Fane.
Okay. So, as you all come down, we got a non-natural 20, a 22. You all can hear, because they're moving dry ice, it seems, and you're pretty sure that they're also just kind of
60, sorry.
useful in everything they're doing. 16, thank you. And everything that this restaurant is doing down here. You notice that some of the blocks of dry ice are beginning to move a little bit. And their stealth at all. So yeah, they're beginning to move a little bit as you all enter the room.
Does it seem aggressive at all?
You don't know. They're just large, like these large chunks of ice in the room that now that there's water kind of flowing in at the bottom, it's just making this steam pour up, and they're just large chunks of ice in the room.
So they're moving. How are they moving in relation to our location? I assume just entered the front.
They seem to be very slowly moving towards the door that you all just came.
Mitten starts going towards where they said the safe was.
Yeah, Ramsey's going to start moving into the room too then, since they aren't currently appearing aggressive.
You all walk forward, and these blocks of ice kind of are shifting slowly towards the door. Past them, they stop, and then you keep going, and then they slowly start moving towards the door.
I'd
You
like
all keep
to
on going?
stealth check, like investigate sneakily.
Sure, give me a stealth check.
That would be 28.
Awesome. So you all are looking, you're going through, and Fane's just gone. At this point, please give me another perception check.
Grand 8.
25.
Where is my
Apparently, I'm gonna roll high on everything except for when to take
19?
damage.
19. Okay. Awesome. You all did well. And this thing rolled a natural 1. So you all step into the next kind of compartment of this warehouse, and you see a it seems to be a room of ice sculptures. Yep. Seems to be a room of ice sculptures. And no, Scott, you've got too many of them. Jennifer, you've got too many of them. Come on. Okay, Alison. Alison, what are these ice sculptures of?
Well, they are black orchids.
Awesome. It is, so they are, I guess you would say, but there are these ice sculptures that are filling this room right now. There's several of them in here. You count about 4. Resting on top of one of them, you see a, well, I guess you all know the picture, but you see a cat. The cat has red stripes and this odd electricity running through it. It seems to have just kind of moved weird and like is clawing at one of the orchid statues to try to hold itself up. And it hasn't seemed to notice you, definitely, Fane, yet. But it's just like this weird cat that is clawing and trying to stand on top of this statue. The cat is normal cat size.
Okay. And there's no safe visible.
Not yet. From your directions, the safe should be deeper inside the warehouse.
I guess I will approach the cat. See if he needs
Awesome.
assistance.
I'm going to ready a star metal dagger and kind of, while still stealthed, kind of move around, but keeping the cat in view.
Okay. As Ramsey approaches, do you say anything or are you just walking up close to it?
Ramsey says, in common, do you need assistance, to see if it is, if it speaks or understands that, at least. Since that's not unusual.
No. You're not supposed to be here. No. And an electric shock shoots out of the cat. No one needs to make a saving throw because this electricity shocks down into the statue and across the floor. You all wince as you're thinking this is some sort of an attack, but nothing seems to happen. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws versus blindness.
18 total.
Where is my con save? 16 plus 2, 18 total again. Also.
All right. So everybody saves. You all see that the cat flashes this light and bolts down the hall the direction that you all were going. As it does that, these ice sculptures shift the kind of vines and leaves of these ice orchids out and attempt to grab you all. Let's roll initiative. Dum, 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 dum.
15 for Mittens.
Okay.
Mittens at a 15.
Nine. Again, rolling low when it matters.
Awesome. Fan with a 9.
Also 15 over here.
And a 15 for Ramsey. And Warren? 11. And they got a grand 4. So okay. So the order, I believe, I'm going to say Mittens, your dexterity is probably higher than Ramsey's. We're going to go, it's Mittens,
Yeah, I'd say so.
Ramsey.
If just for the fact that she's
Fane.
not made of metal.
Oh yeah, that may that may play into it a little bit as well. So these 4 ice sculptures spring to life, and you all can tell this is a threat. That you all saw. Let me roll its initiative just in case. Okay. The creature that you all saw darted past you into the warehouse behind you. The room that you're in is about a cube. It's a cube that's about 60 feet on each side. And Mittens, you're up first. There's 2 golems in front of you, and then 1 golem to the left and 1 to the right.
I'll just tear into the closest one. $11 plus 18.
18 is a hit.
Okay. 4 plus 7, so 11.
And is 11 damage to the one in front.
And then I'm going to hit another one. Or hit the same one again.
Okay.
That probably does not hit. 12.
12 does not hit, no.
Okay.
Okay. And as you scratch into these things with your claws, they seem pretty tough. Like a lot tougher than you were expecting. So these are pretty strong things, that whatever they are, that this thing has just created. And the order is Fane. I did not understand your question.
You said the one to the right and left. How far would you say those are off to the sides?
They are about 20 feet away right now because their turn isn't up yet.
Is it my turn now?
It's Fane's turn.
Okay, gotcha.
It is Ramsey, right? I'm after them.
Oh no! You're right. You're totally right.
Crap.
It is Ramsey. I had it wrote differently on this piece of paper over here. That is my mistake. So Ramsey, you're up.
Ramsey's going to extend his lance and go for nearest Gollum. See how that
Okay.
does.
There's two in front of you. One to the left. One to the right.
Left.
Left. So you head off to the one to the left.
Yep. And
Give me some
since
attacks.
2 attacks. I'll roll both at once. 12 plus 4 is 16, and 17 plus 4, 21, I think. So 16 and 21 to hit.
The 21 hits. The 16 misses.
Okay. 9 damage on the one that actually hit. I think slashing since it's lance.
Yes. And is your lance magical?
No, it is not.
You notice that does affect how much damage this thing is taking.
Good to know.
And you notice that, like, as silly and random as it was for these things to appear, they are quite tough, and you may have to put some more juice into it. These things look like they could cause quite a bit of damage if you all aren't careful. Next up is Warren.
These are made of ice?
They are.
I'm going to cast Shatter on two of them.
Okay. Currently, right now, Mittens is engaged. If there's two in front of you, Mittens is engaged with the one on the left, and Ramsey is engaged with the one on the left off to the side. So if you targeted a shatter and hit it between the one on the right and the other one on the right, you won't hit any of your companions.
That's what I'll do then.
And you can catch both of them. So we'll go with that. They need to make a save, correct?
Yes. Would they have disadvantage?
They do have disadvantage against your shatter. They are made of ice. So one's going to give it a shot. Oh, that's a fail. That's a 2. And the other's going to give it a shot. 19 and 15. What kind of save is it? Is it a con save?
Con.
Okay. So one failed, one succeeded. He just rolled really well.
And Toledo's?
Still fire off. Let me see. Shatter. Toledo does not fire off. Says the incantation, but does not copy the spell.
$18.
18? I'm pretty sure, isn't that doubled against creatures made of stone, crystal, or metal?
They just have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Okay. They both take 18 as this explosion erupts. Well, one is going to take 9 because he saved. Explosion erupts around both of them, and they're not too happy about it. Thane, you're up in the order. Thane is walking. Thane is walking. Seems to have grabbed a glass of juice of some sort.
I wanted juice and water, so hands are full. So Fane will sneak up behind the one that Mittens engaged.
Okay.
He should have been off to kind of the side and stealth to begin with.
Yeah, they have no idea where you are at all.
Okay. And I will attack with the Star Metal Dagger in the back with advantage. So sneak attack, I believe.
You do get sneak attacks. You do have advantage. Go for it.
That's going to be 17. Roll low.
To hit?
Yeah.
Hits.
Whew. All right. That's good. I need my D4 and D8. This will explode. Hopefully it's the explosion's directed away from my hand.
We'll see about that.
My sneak attack, which is 3d6. That's going to be 21.
21 damage.
Yeah. So if the explosion or whatever does anything extra.
I believe the dagger exploding is going to be, I think it was 2 or 3d6. We will make it 3d6 just because. 3d6 for your exploding dagger.
Okay. That's going to be 13.
13 damage. Okay, that one's not looking too good. You've done quite a bit of damage to it. But they also they do seem pretty hardy though. Like they're nowhere near, it's nowhere near out of the fight yet. So now it's their turn. Unfortunately, the one fighting Ramsey, a natural 20 and a 20. Each of them are attacking twice. Oh, and that's max damage.
Ooh, that's mute.
So, really nasty hit. You take, I'm sorry about this, but you're going to take 32. Yeah, 37 points of bludgeoning damage from the natural 20. That's the worst natural 20 for you.
37.
Yeesh. Okay, well, and the second one was a 20 to hit. Does that hit?
Oops, yeah, that does indeed hit.
and that one's going to be 9 damage. So you all see this, one of these ice golems just slam, almost fall into, and it just does, it like shakes the ground when it impacts, and there's this smoke and steam that rises from the ground as this thing crashes onto Ramsey. Yeah, these things are not playing around. The next one is going to attack.
Ramsey's probably sparking a little bit at this attack.
Yeah, that was a pretty big one. You all realize you got to take these down quickly, or this is gonna go really bad for everyone. Next up, one's going to attack Mittens. 9 to hit. 10 to hit. There's 2 up there next to you. I think the second one's going to go after. Well, nope. I think he's going to split his. One's going to be for Mittens. One's going to be for Fane. Did you rage on your turn, Mittens?
Aren't I like never stop raging?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It never ends. I always rage.
It's always the rage. Yes. He's going to actually split and go 1 Fane, 1 Mittens. Fane is a 16 to hit.
Nope, actually misses.
Nope. Mittens is a 15 to hit.
What?
15?
No.
The next one is going to go after Warren, who's off by himself a little bit. And that's a 15 to hit Warren. Nope, and a 14. So they both miss. Of initiative, it's going to be, because that was rough, guys. That natural 20 was a big surprise for me. Mittens, you're up.
Mittens is going to start ripping into it.
Give me some attacks.
22.
22 to hit. And this is the one Fane was stabbing as well, so he's not doing too well.
9
damage.
And then going to use a key point and go ahead and do a flurry. 18.
Hits.
To hit. That's 10 damage. And last one's a 15 to hit.
15's a miss.
Alrighty.
This one looks like it's cracked and broken in a lot of places. This one's not looking too good at this point.
I'm going to use another key point, so it can't. I don't think I can knock an ice statue prone, can I?
You can do that.
I can. I would like to do that. That's a dexterity save.
All right. I don't think these things are good at dexterity saves, but that's a 15 on the die. But a minus 1, so 14.
That's exactly my DC, so it still succeeds.
Oh, okay. That was really close. Almost falls. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. He falls. Because 8 means a -1 or a -2.
I think it's a -1.
I feel like an 8 dexterity is a -2, because a 9 is a -1.
And an 8's a -1.
The -1?
You have to get down to 7 to get -2.
Okay. Well, then he doesn't fall then.
Okay.
Next up is, after Mittens, is Ramsey. You just got walloped in the face a lot, Ramsey.
Ramsey is going to hit it again with his lance, but he's applying a forceful smite spell slot to that.
Sweet.
19 plus 4 to hit, so 23.
Definitely hits.
Alright. Two on the bludgeoning damage, but let me roll the d8s for the.
How is it 2? What is your strength bonus?
Oh, yeah, that should be. That's 4 at least, I think. Oh, that's 6 total with
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty.
strength. Yeah, I forgot to add it.
Okay, and I feel like that happened last time too.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
four,
And 7
12.
7 force damage from the 2d8s.
Okay. 6 plus 7. All right. So that's 1 hit. You have 2 attacks, yeah?
Yep. Another 19 plus 4 to hit, so that's.
Yeah, it definitely goes in.
Wait, that is not the d12. Where is it? 9 plus 4. 13
All right.
bludgeoning. And I don't think you can use 2 forceful
You
smites in
can.
one turn. Oh. In that case, he will, since he does actually want to do damage to these things. Cat, you're not
And you can
doing
tell that forceful smite is doing a lot more.
than the other one was, yeah.
Yeah.
7 plus 4. Uh, 11 force damage.
Okay.
And Ramsey would like to use his movement to back up about 20 feet so they can't slam into him directly as easily, hopefully.
Okay. You will get attack of opportunity. Is that okay?
Never mind. I'll just stay.
Okay. All right. So Ramsey's duking it out. Doing much better than you were just a few seconds ago. Those last cuts are breaking quite a bit off of this creature. Next up is going to be all right, Warren. You got one that's on you.
Can I get 2 or 3 with Shatter?
Right now, you have one on you. The other one moved over to attack. Right now, if you don't want to hit one of your allies, you can't really catch too many of them. But if you do catch your allies, you could probably get 2 or 3.
How rough are they all looking?
Ramsey's not looking good at all. But the rest of them are doing kind of okay.
I still have some scratches, I would say. I look fine, but not perfect.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, Ramsey's plating is looking a little burned and dented.
Yeah, Ramsey's that critical. That was a max damage critical hit. That one was pretty rough.
Okay, I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one next to Ramsey.
Okay. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
At level 2.
Oh, wow. He rolled a 17 on the die. Let me see his wisdom modifier. It just didn't. So he got a flat 17 on the die, so he didn't fail, but he'll still take the damage.
14. Or 15.
15 total. He's going to take half damage from that one. You've never seen a plant grab its head. Well, maybe you have. You all have spent enough time with sassafras, so. So yeah, but yeah, the whispers go out, and it does look like it does take damage and take hold on this thing.
And what about Toledo?
Oh,
It is just verbal.
what level did you cast it?
2.
Yeah, and Toledo has a second level spot. So he is going to copy that Dissonant Whisper. And that's a 5 on the die that time. So go ahead and roll some damage for Toledo's Dissonant Whisper, who is a mimicking his papa.
$16.
Okay. All right. So that one actually connects and does quite a bit. That one's actually now looking a bit rough. The first one, it kind of shook off a little bit, but the second one, it hurt a whole lot. And that creature actually starts backing away from Ramsey because of how you all are positioned. He has to move away from you. Ramsey, you get an attack of opportunity against this creature as it tries to get away from the very scary Warren.
All right, Ramsey's gonna go for that. Barely doesn't hit at a 16, so.
Yeah, just barely swipes, and it scratches across some of the ice plating on the creature, but it does get to back away, and it moves about 20 feet away from you, Ramsey, which is good for you. Yeah, he backs up. Awesome. Good save on that one, Warren. That was great. Next up is Fane. You have one that is accosting you, but also one that is pretty rough that you attacked already, yeah.
Yeah. I believe I would like to attack that one. Lightning Shock Dagger. So if lightning does any
All right.
and I should still have sneak attack.
You do have sneak attack. You don't have advantage, but you do have sneak attack.
Okay. And that's going to be. Damn it. That's only 14. So it's a miss, right?
Yeah. What did you roll?
No, I'm adding only my wrong number. Oops.
Yeah, because the roll plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency.
Yep, I only add the dex mod. I didn't add my proficiency, so that's going to be 17, actually. There it is.
There we go. That's it.
Yep, barely again. That one is D6 plus a D6 of lightning. So it's 1D6 normal, 1D6 lightning. If that makes any difference.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I rolled them both at the same time. So I don't, do you want me to roll them again in one? And
they will do the same damage because that dagger is magical.
Okay, it is 9. Oh, plus my attack. Which is the 3d6, and that's going to be 12.
12 damage. Mm-hmm. So 9 plus 12?
Yes.
Heavy damage, you little damage monster, you. That one you all are fighting that you have been concentrating fire on is looking really bad. But it is their turn. The one that backed away from Ramsey, kind of, I'm going to see if it's what it's going to do. It just kind of backs away and stands there. The ones that is next to the ones that are next to Mittens and is going to, that you all have been hurting a lot, is going to try to attack you now, Fane, because you've been doing all kinds of stuff to it. So twice at you. One is a miss. The other one I'm pretty sure is a 24, which will hit, right? That one's going to be just 5 damage.
And it would be something I would see, so I uncanny dodge half that.
Okay, so you take 2 damage. All right. The other one is next to you all is going to try to attack Mittens and Fane. He's going to split the attack. It falls into its buddy. Max damage on a fumble, so does 16 damage to his buddy when it falls into it. All right. That is stupid. All right. So he's fumbling around, actually falls into his friend. They are not coordinated. They were just animated. The last one is going to go for Warren again. And that's a 16 against Warren. And so he misses with both of his swipes as well. Next up is going to be Mittens. I thought you all were going to be in a lot of trouble, but these things, you all are dancing around these things. Mittens, you're up.
So the one we've been working on looks really bad, right?
Yeah, it looks like it looks really horrible.
At death's door.
Yeah.
Attack it. 19. So
That's it?
no, that was the to hit. Yeah. 11 damage.
11 damage. It's still standing.
We want to hit it again.
Go for it.
17 total. 17 to hit. And another 11 damage.
It is I'm going to just say it is a broken to bits. Round Fane, please give me a perception check. Mittens, you can as well.
16. Which is pretty low for me.
4.
All right. You all do see that the creature falls to the ground and does seem to melt a little bit when it hits the ground. And you see like a little bit of electricity. This is Fane. Mittens, you're not paying attention. But Fane notices a little bit of electricity shoot out of the body of this creature as it falls to the ground. A little shock. Oh, you said 24. I thought you said 4. No, 24 is nice. Yeah, so you also see that. In fact, you actually also notice that one of the orchid blooms from that collapsed creature is all the way dead yet.
Okay.
I can't hear. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's still a wiggling a little bit.
Well, I have nothing left to do except move. So,
Yeah, and you got another one that's right on you.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn and face that one for now.
Next up is Ramsey. Yours seems to have retreated a little bit just now. So you have a little bit of space if you would like to use it for anything.
Ramsey is going to advance and try to hit this guy. 7 plus 4 does not hit.
It should also be a proficiency modifier as well. So 7 plus 4
yeah,
plus
that's
3.
a plus. Yeah, I forgot the proficiency increase too. 12 plus 7, so
19, that's a hit.
Alright. Where's my d12? 5 on the bludgeoning damage, and then he's and then 8 force damage because he burns one more forceful smite.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Ramsey's charged in, and you're putting the work into this one. This one looks pretty rough at this point as well. Warren. The one in front of you apparently is horribly incompetent and unable to hit an unarmored wizard for some reason. An unarmored, isolated wizard for some reason can't hit him.
I want to make fun of him with vicious mockery.
For it. That's a save on my end, right? What do you say? What are the words you say to this creature?
Looks like I'm colder than you, buddy.
Looks like I'm colder than you, buddy. As Toledo repeats what you say to the creature. And so this echo happens. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Yeah, he totally fails. Twice. So please roll 2d4.
It's just a straight 2d4. Nothing added.
Nothing added to it. Well, Vicious Mockery at your level, I think each one is a 2d4. So roll 4d4, I think. Yeah, you're 2d4. So roll 4d4 because you and Toledo are both doing it. Deck?
I did max damage. Then Toledo did 3. For a total of 11.
Awesome. This one is not very happy. And he is very depressed because he can't do anything. He's a failure of an ice golem. See, like the leaves on it just kind of, and it looks very sad. Next up.
All right. I would like to run a scenario by you to see if you think it is feasible at all before I try it. But could I bonus action disengage, move around with stealth check, and then attack from behind the one? I know he's been attacking me, so I don't know if you think that would be feasible.
do is if you disengage as your cunning action,
Mm-hmm.
you have to use an action to stealth.
Oh, okay. That's what I was not sure about. Okay.
Yeah, but because Mittens is right there, you will get your sneak attack, but you won't have advantage. So if you want to get advantage, you're going to have to use a turn to get the advantage.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mittens is right there, so
Yeah, not worth it. I will just attack.
go for it.
And I will hopefully add the right number this time. Yeah, so that's a 20, not net. So
That works.
and 2d6 is going to be 3 plus 3d6, which is so 17 total.
17 total. All right. That one takes the hit. Anything else? If you want to just disengage and back up, you could do that.
Yes, actually, I would like to do that.
Do that. So it is out of range of you. The one that is fighting Ramsey is going to return and try to get some damage in. With the worst rolls, I don't think a 7 is going to hit you. So, Ramsey, you're starting to get the hang of the rhythm of this creature, and you're like, all right, I got this. Fighting Mittens, because Fane has disengaged, is going to, that's a 15 to hit Mittens and a 20 to hit Mittens.
Only the 20 hits.
20 hits, all right. Mittens, you're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, which is a nothing at all to you.
Nope.
The last one is going to try to attack, but it's so sad and disappointed, and it has disadvantage because of the vicious mockeries. With disadvantage, a 17.
Yes, but then I cast shield.
So no. That's awesome because you remember your time with your abjuration wizard friend, and sometimes the best offense is a good defense. Oh, and that's a natural 1. So this creature, on its second attack, Warren, you've been dealing with this creature. What happens on this net? No, this creature just like puts its plant arms up, like I'm done with this, and just starts walking out. He just starts walking back the way you all came. He's done.
He rage quitted.
He rage quits.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
But with my claws, I assume.
Yeah. That's if you would like to take it. If you may make him come back to this fight by hitting him while he's walking away, but that's up to you.
18?
That hits.
That's a D4 for me?
Yep, D4 plus your strength modifier.
5.
All right, so he takes 5 damage.
Isn't there a chance I put a little slot baby in him or something?
You do not have your breeding clause yet. You are not yet fertile. That is a whole nother thing that we can talk about later. But you do scratch this creature as it's walking away, and I'm just going to roll a wisdom check, like gets angry and turns back around, or if he just keeps walking out. Now, he's pissed. He was walking away, you hit him, he turns back around and looks at you. So, he's not out of the fight. Mittens. Notice the small little thing. Oh, the small little thing on the ground. I need you to make a... Nope, it rolled a 5. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
9.
It jumps up and tries to like grab you, the little orchid flower thing. But when it jumps up, it just kind of like flops on your hand, and you just can like move it around however you'd like. It's not a problem at all.
Okay, so there's that. I'm going to attack its bigger buddy. That's what I'm gonna do.
Go for it.
I've 20 total to hit. 9 damage. Roll it.
Sweet.
Yep, that's a 10 total to hit, so that didn't happen.
Sweet.
And I'm not doing a flurry. That was 10 damage total. Or 9 damage.
All right.
And the little thing on my head, any way I could just like roll it up in a ball and shove it in my bag.
What, the flower?
Put it in my bag. Yeah. No. Okay.
You do that. You have an animated ice orchid head in your bag now. It'll probably melt. Next up is
Okay, Ramsey's gonna smack this one he's been harassing once again. He's not gonna use a spell slot this time just because he's low on that. 15 plus 7, I think definitely hits. Uh, 11 bludgeoning damage on that.
okay. And your second attack?
Oh yeah. 13 plus 7.
That's a hit.
19. Oops, I muted. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that'll be it for him.
All right. Ramsey's over there just going at this one by himself. Doing a pretty good job of it, too. Next up is...
I'm going to vicious mockery this guy again. Are you coming back for more? Or?
Go for it. I'm going to make the save. Oh, that's a 2.
Does Toledo also do it?
He does also do it, and he rolled a 10 for Toledo, which is not going to do it either. And he's just like, no, I'm not.
8 damage.
All right. He just walks out. All right.
Do I get an attack of opportunity? Because he stopped, didn't he?
You do not get another attack of opportunity. You hit him as he was walking away. The first time, he's not within 5 feet of you. He just leaves. You're mean. And your mouse is mean too. Next.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Fane up next.
Yep. So there's one has walked away. Mittens pocketed one that we destroyed. So there's one attacking Ramsey, and then there's the one that we're engaged with. Or I guess she's engaged with. I disengaged. Right? Okay.
Mhm.
And how does the one that Ramsey is engaged with look?
Pretty bad. Like, she's been going at this thing for a while. It's not doing too hot.
Okay. I think I'll just move around behind the one that Mittens is attacking and attack.
Okay. For comparison, the one that Ramsey is fighting is doing worse off than the new one that has showed up with you, with Mittens.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I know Mittens is very competent. I would not feel bad in abandoning her.
No, and you did see that giant hit on Ramsey earlier.
Yes,
Like, there was a
yes,
big
that
hit
is
that fell
reasonable.
on Ramsey.
I will go and engage from behind the one that Ramsey has been attacking. Would that one be aware of me at all? Or
As you're trying to get advantage, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
You're trying to get
Yeah.
advantage? You can use your bonus action as a rogue to make a hide check,
okay, I will do so.
but then you won't be able to disengage and run away. But yeah.
That's fine. I rolled 17. Hide would be stealthing, or is that a different skill?
It's stealth. Yep.
Okay, well, that's a plus 11 to the 17.
All right. Well, let me roll for him. Oh, he did pretty well. He got an 18. He has
Well,
no idea you're there. So yeah,
So,
go ahead and give me that attack.
yeah, okay.
He rolled really well.
That
This
one's
is
going to
not
be
his.
19 to
That's a
hit.
hit.
And third attack with this lightning dagger, 9 plus the 3d6 sneak attack. Wow, almost maxed that. That is 12 plus 5, 17 plus the 9, so 25. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And you just come up and it's like these two stalks that are like harassing Ramsey, and you just come up and and one of them falls down.
Okay.
And it's like what's going on? Next, after Fane, I think is them, right? Yeah. So that one that has been harassing Ramsey is going to turn around and attack the thing that just cut off one of its legs, one of its stalks. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
I have 17 as my AC.
That's a hit, and the other one's going to be a 24 to hit. You kind of pissed this one off. So first attack is going to be 11 damage.
Which is halved.
Okay, and the second attack is going to be 9.
Halved, so 4 and 5.
The 9 is not halved. You get one reaction a turn.
Oh, you are correct. Okay. So 9 and 4, 5.
Yeah. Yep, 9 and 5. So 14 total. So it turns around. It's very angry at you for sneaking up on it. It's really mad. Next, the one attacking Mittens is, of course, going to attack Mittens because, yes, that. Ooh, 22 and a 20 for Mittens.
Both hit.
That's going to be, ooh, that one's pretty good damage, too. 14 damage on the first one and 12 damage on the second one.
Halved or what?
Halved because they're all just bludgeoning damage. And you're always raging. So
13 total.
All right. And this one's out of combat because it is a flower in a pocket. This one's out of combat because he's depressed. So you got the 2 left. Top of the round, Mittens, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to attack it again. And we're going to do this reckless. Didn't want to, but
go for it.
Reckless. Okay, that definitely hits. 23. A hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That's 10 damage. We're going to go ahead and do another flurry on this one. Reckless again. Natural 20. 11 damage. And for the second hit, we have another natural 20. What the hell? I love Reckless, man. 11.
Yeah.
Until they hit me, then I won't like it so much. But you know,
Yeah, that's when you don't like it. Did you want to do any of your things, your flurry of blow things?
Let's go for another.
Because you have with open hand. Okay.
We're not going to prone again. The dex save.
Dex save. That's a 7.
Yeah.
So this creature falls down.
Used up all key points. Bye-bye.
You don't for making creatures fall, you don't have to use a key point for those. That's just an ability of your open hand. If you flurry of blows, those apply. So you didn't burn one for either of those. Next is, after Mittens, is Warren. No, Ramsey, sorry. For some reason, the R I wrote looked like the number 12. Ramsey, you're up. You have a companion that just came in and chopped and did a lot of damage, but also took some damage while saving you.
Yeah, Ramsey says one of his blank thanks in Fane's direction before he slams into this thing.
Sweet.
That first roll is a 2, so even plus 7, that does not hit. 13 plus 7, 19, that should.
Yeah, 19 hits.
6 plus 4, 10 bludgeoning.
Okay. All right. That one's still standing. It's really close to not being standing, but right now it's still standing. Next up is going to be Warren.
Has this other one left the room? Is he? As the one I was engaged with?
He's not all the way out, but he's like 30 feet away from you. He looks really defeated.
Is he physically looking?
Is he no, physically? He's looking not horrible, but he's just looking sad. He got beat up some, but he's not like done.
What about these other two?
The other two look like they're on their last legs, both of them.
Okay. And Mittens is engaged with one, and Ramsey and Fane are engaged with the other one, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to Vicious Mockery the one engaged with Fane and Ramsey.
Sounds good. That one's going to make 2 saves. A 12 and a 6 will not cut it. So it takes 4d6 psychic damage from you. As you say, "Nice to meet you."
Okay.
You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. But yes.
12 altogether.
12 altogether. It is not happy at all. And its one leaf is kind of drooping now. come on, that's a horrible pun. And and you know, your little hype Toledo is like your little hype man right now. And Beretta is kind of getting excited and is kind of looking up like, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of awesome. Next up, their turn. The one is going to split his attack, I guess. He's just gonna, well, yeah, he's gonna split his attack. One for Fane, go. Disadvantage is gonna be a 13. Nope. Going for the other one, going for Ramsey. Disadvantage is gonna be, whoa, 24. 2 19s on the die. So Ramsey, you're gonna take, okay, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
One fine Mittens has advantage. Rolls a 12.
Oops, sorry, Mom.
What the heck? You have advantage. Why are you rolling so bad? So, yeah, he's flailing about like a helpless puppy. Next up, Mittens, you feel in your pocket something moving, but it is too to get out. Actually, no, he's going to make an attempt to escape. He's going to make an athletics check. Ha! He escapes. He gets out with a 19, gets out and flops onto the ground. He's going to make a dex save to not break upon hitting the ground. That's a 5, and it shatters. Awesome. Okay, well, it's gone. It broke to pieces. Next up is Mittens. It had 1 hit point. It literally has 1 hit point. So, Mittens, you're up.
I look down on the ground and go, oh, where'd my memento go? I was going to keep that.
No.
And then I attack the thing.
Go for it.
Reckless, because I can. That's natural 19 plus 7, so 26 to hit.
26 to hit. That's a hit.
And 10 damage. And then,
Awesome.
did it get up?
Huh?
Did it get up on its last turn? It was prone, but you know.
Yeah, I would say it got up because it wanted to attack you. The prone is more so helping your allies if there's allies next to you.
If they came over and stabbed it, it would have been nice.
Yeah. Your initiative was kind of wonky this time for that to happen.
Yeah. All right. Gonna attack it again. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it is a hit.
8 damage.
Okay. That one's looking pretty bad off. Still alive, though. Still kicking, actually. But you're wearing away at it. The one that's facing Ramsey and Fane is, like, not looking good at all. Ramsey, you're up.
Ramsey's gonna try to finish this one off.
Yeah, you probably will be able to.
17 on the first hit.
That's a hit.
That is not my D12. 4 plus 4, 8 bludgeoning damage. And
Any bludgeoning damage? Are you putting a smite into it at all?
I am not.
Okay.
5 plus 7, that does not hit.
Okay. It's still hanging in there. It's just like one leaf. That's just this, doing this. Fane, you're up. No, Warren, you're up. She loves dice. She was up here the
Where's
whole
Cheshire?
time. Yeah. My cat really likes dice. Warren, you're up.
How bad is Ramsey looking? Okay.
How bad is Ramsey looking?
Okay. She just answered it. I will. This creature.
The creature's like really bad off. Like a stiff wind could destroy it.
All vicious mockery him again.
Sweet. He's going to try to save. Oh, that's a natural 1. It is so sad. Huh?
Toledo?
Yeah, it failed both of them.
Okay. Total of 10.
Yeah, it is so sad. The leaf over. What do you say to end the life of this ice elemental?
Ice.
That does it. Yeah, that would end mine as well. That would end my life as well. It just like, no, not like, and then dies. And it's just like falls. It's just a leaf, and it just and dies with a sigh. Floor. Okay.
Punished. Yeah.
So it's down. Fane, you're up.
So I can go and engage the one that Mittens has engaged
You can definitely.
with advantage.
Do you want to
and
stealth beforehand?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I only rolled 5, but I had 11, so 16.
It has a 15 on the die.
Ooh.
So you do not get your sneak.
All right. Still stabbing. And I rolled an 18, so don't even need to add anything to that.
Sweet.
And shocking 9 plus 13, so 22. Oh, hello.
She's just sitting on all of the notes. I'm writing the damage there. 22 damage. Okay. It's still up, but it looks almost probably about as bad as the last one did 2 seconds ago. It's its turn. Let's see if it's smart enough to realize that this is a bad idea to keep attacking. It is. It puts its one little leaf up and surrenders. The other one was, in fact, punished. So it surrenders. What do you all decide to do?
Mittens wants to kill it.
Oh, give me an attack roll, Mittens. It is clearly surrendering.
That's 22 to hit. She does
That
not
hits.
use it as surrendering. It hit her. She's mad.
Yep.
9 damage.
All right. You smash it to bits.
Is there anything wiggling on the floor?
No, it's just all smashed up.
Aw.
Maybe if you weren't so angry, you could have kept it alive. But instead, you smashed it to bits.
Dude, it hit me for like grand total of 20-some hit points. She's mad.
Well, then you don't get a flower toy. What? Yeah, you killed it. You smashed it to bits. That was a perfect opportunity, but you destroyed it. So, you all are out of combat. The only animated ice sculpture of an orchid that is left has just walked out depressed. So you all are out of initiative order. So at this point, I need you all to give me a history check.
I would like to heal Ramsey with my healing touch.
Sounds good. You all are kind
straight
of robot-y. Is that me?
What
There we
is
go.
my history? 18 plus 2, unnatural 20 for history.
Sweet.
11 for Fane.
Okay. All the healing.
Were you healing Ramsey? I'm guessing. I didn't hear.
Yes.
Yeah, since he healed you, I think Ramsey can give you 20 hit points with lay on hands, Fane.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
So all the heals all around.
Otherwise, Fane will just sneak around and not attack anyone anymore.
So with your history checks, we have a 16, a non-natural 20. What about the other ones? 17, 11. So Fane, you're a little just worried about your wounds. You're a fragile little creature. You don't want to get hit by too much HP damage. But the rest of you all are thinking back, and while you were in the restaurant and before, just in this area, you remember hearing about that cat. It is a creature known as the Quickening. It has been in some sort of turf war of some sort, with some sort of other creature, some sort of rock slug that lives underneath the water in the Mer village. But you've heard of this creature called the Quickening, and it runs a lot of the markets, a lot of the business that's here. This boat belongs to the Terror Slide, so this thing was responsible for the sabotage and is looking for something. You all can only guess, probably whatever's in that safe. So at this point, you know that the Quickening is ahead of you. I think right now we will take a 5-minute break and get ready. And if there's anything you all want to talk about or strategize or do before you go into the room with the Quickening, please go. All right.
Is everyone else good on hit points? Or everyone else good looking okay? Could you use some more?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. That
Mittens
put me at 3 from total, so I'm okay. I don't have much life to begin with.
And Mittens, you're good?
I mean, I'm missing like 25, but I still have 40, so I'm good to go.
All right. I will BRB as well, and we will pick it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You need to save.
Are we back? I don't see Alison. Whew. You hear dice and you just come running to see where they are. What happened to the last die I gave you? Here. Are we good to go? Ooh, can you cast spells? Because you are always raging. I would have you make a wisdom check. Yep. To try to calm your inner being to be able to cast a spell. Do we got Ramsey?
Yep.
All right. You know that the safe is ahead of you all. Give me just a moment and we'll jump back in. Okay. All right, let's go. Scott, please roll me 1d4.
Three.
3. Awesome. Around this time, Mittens, you feel a hum coming from your bag. Mm, 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 mm.
I pull out the little coin.
Ah. Hello, hello? Is anyone there? You all there? Awesome. You know exactly what's going on. Anyone there? Hello, hello?
Hello?
Greet Cheshire Cat.
Yes! Mittens! There you are, there. All of you all are. Perfect, perfect. Are we all faring inside? Have the people gotten out?
I don't know.
The staff took charge of evacuating them, and we are retrieving some valuable item that the quickening is after.
The deckhands assured me they had the passengers under control.
Excellent. Good work. I believe I am currently engaging a creature called the Terror Slide. He is outside the ship right now. I do want to let you know that he is very concerned about the item that is in the safe in the back of the warehouse. And if you all telling me the quickening is on board, I will do my best because he really wants to sink this entire ship. Probably about 40 or 50 feet long, and is a giant jeweled crystal snake thing. I will try to keep him at bay as long as I can, but you all do need to quickly evacuate as fast as possible. Please secure the item so he does not consume all of us. Oh, also, have you figured out the use for the coin yet?
It's shiny.
Yes, it is very shiny, Mittens. Have you shown any of the magic users, Mittens?
It's magic?
Ramsey turns his head and stares at Mittens.
Perhaps I should be less cryptic in the future. Yes, that coin is a very powerful coin that it will be useful in the upcoming battle. That is a coin that bends fate itself. So please be very careful with using it, but it will probably be useful in your adventures. Also, I do not need the coin to speak with you. I'm just kind of doing that. Ta-ta! And goes silent. Do either of you want to look at the coin?
I'm holding it in my hand right now.
I'll take a look at it.
I also would like to take a look at it.
Yeah, Ramsey will lean in on the crowding over Mittens' shoulders going on here.
Awesome.
Arcana?
Yes, please.
Nat 20.
Give it a shot, or we're just gonna go with that. 24 for Fane. You all are looking at this coin. Ramsey, are you gonna give it a shot?
A nat 20.
All right. You, both Fane and Ramsey, you recognize that this coin is made of stardust. Dust artifact, which is, as you all know, is a very powerful substance that takes a whole lot to forge. This is probably a unique coin, maybe the only one in existence. But this coin is incredibly powerful and can kind of bend the whims of, like, kind of has a lot to do with chance. And it's an odd sort of divination magic that is combined with alteration or transmutation magic. It's understanding the fates and manipulating them. But it seems to be very random. Looking at this, I will just give you the stats of the coin. The coin is an colloquially called an all or nothing coin. As a bonus action, you can flip this coin. If it is heads, the smile, it is the next roll that you roll, 20. If it is tails, it is a natural 1. So, crit happens. If you flip this coin before you make your next roll, ability check, attack roll, not really useful for saving throws, but it is possible to flip it just in case you know a saving throw is coming up. But as a bonus action, you can flip the coin instead of taking your next roll, and on a heads it's a nat 20, on a tails it is a nat 1. Does everyone understand?
If I had the lucky feat and I got the nat 1, would I be able to roll again?
No.
So who wants it?
If no one else wants to take charge of it, Ramsey would.
Because Mittens likes using her bonus actions for killing things. So.
Yep, yeah, she does.
The only thing
Yeah.
I have for bonus action is healing word, and I'm just that out of spell slots, so I could use it if because you can do it with smite, can't you, Ramsey?
Yeah, I think so.
That'll be pretty powerful.
I'll
Because if
take
you
it.
knew a nat 20 was coming up and you put smites in, all the smites would double. And you can say, like, oh, it was a 1. I'm not going to put a smite into it.
That's true.
And so,
But yeah, Ramsey
That's
can
pretty
take
wise.
it from Mittens for now, and then pass it to someone else later if need be.
once per day item use. And then once somebody uses it that day. Also, I will also just kind of point out a critical hit sneak attack may also be awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Both paladins and rogues notoriously have great things that happen when they crit. So.
Yep.
Right.
Well, I hand it to Ramsey, I guess.
Ramsey has the all or nothing coin. Crit happens. So I think at this point I have included all of the pictures. Because you all have the restaurant from Alison's picture. You all have the electric cat. I just want to make sure I've included everything. We have the creepy warehouse full of smog. We have the ship No Worries currently sinking. We have crit happens on the wallet, electric cat, and the terror slide is currently outside, which is, I believe, a hairpin in this image from Jenny. But currently it's a giant crystalline worm outside instead.
No, it's actually like a cow horn or like a gazelle horn with a bunch of crystals coming out of it. So it's actually big.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Well, yeah. Well, since we're going with the theme of big, then yes, giant terror slide outside matches. Scott, on your D4, what did you get? You said it was a 3? It was a 3, yes, Scott? Do you all head on in after the quickening? Yes, no, yes, no?
An answer on whether or not we were going to try the catnip.
Oh, that's up to you all.
Ramsey is not currently flipping the coin as we're not doing anything quite yet besides going in.
Yeah, she'll wait for probably an attack roll, I think.
For the catnip, I think it would need to depend on the situation that we engage the quickening in, on whether it's going to be relevant.
All right. I mean, are we going in there to kill it, or are we going in there to talk with it?
I guess my mission is to get the thing and leave, but I'd be interested in talking to it, I guess, because the talking little lightning cat thing is interesting.
Yeah. You know, Mittens wants to kill it, so we need to get this through Mittens' head before we get in. Or she's just going to attack it and fuck up your plan. So Mittens is getting like half the catnip out and is holding it in her hand right now.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
Is he
Yeah,
smelling the other half?
we might as well try that before we start smashing it.
Mittens, please make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
14. You start smashing that catnip all over your face. It is the most amazing catnip. It is fantastic, and you have no idea why you would ever think about giving that to anyone else. The catnip is amazing, and you love it.
Can I see that and try to like steal that from her with Mage Hand?
The second half of the catnip, you can certainly try. That's a sleight of hand versus a perception check for Mittens.
All right, well, it's gonna be 22.
8.
Yeah, you're all up in that catnip right now. You have, you have no idea what's going on around you. Everything just smells great. So, Faye just silently takes the other half of the catnip and pockets it away. So, yep. Minute, actually, you're just sitting there having a great time. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
Everyone else is just standing awkwardly while Mittens.
19.
Yeah, you kind of come to and realize what you're doing in the middle of the warehouse.
Oh, that felt good.
All right. The next... Nope, that's not going to happen to you. Nope, it just makes you happy. That's all it does. It's just great. It's just fantastic.
Ready to go. Let's go.
But you all can see that it might have an effect on a cat-like creature. It might do that. So, all right. So, you all enter and you see 3 very long rows. They look like aisles. Things have been stored inside of the ship. There's 3 aisles that are extending to the back of this room, maybe 120 feet into the back of the room. And you can see at the end of the middle aisle, there is what looks like a safe.
Did our instructions from the crew say anything about how to get to the safe on this? Like, did they say go the left path or something like that?
They did not. They just said it was at the end of this little thing. They did give you the combination to the safe, though. It is a 5, 29, 7.
Do we see the cat thingy?
Make a perception check.
Natural 1.
You are really still very happy. Okay. You all give me your perception checks, but while you're doing that, please tell me what one of these aisles contains.
Hot dogs.
Mara. Ramsey? Ramsey dropped. That's no good. Well, while we're doing that, Scott, please tell me what another one of those means.
Condiments.
Condiments. How is it contained? Are they packets? Are they bottles?
I imagine bottles, but they're like in large quantities, so it's like wrapped up or in a larger box.
Okay. Okay. With your perception checks, well, first, I kind of want to wait for Mara to get back because she fell out. I want to make sure that she's here for it. But you all roll high enough to see that the safe looks slightly ajar. And there are these 3 aisles. The aisles looks like they're maybe 120 to 150 feet long. And there's 3 of them. Each aisle is about 5 to 10 feet wide apiece. And the 3rd aisle is full of condiments. The one to the right, the farthest to the right. The second aisle, we will find the first and second aisle. We will find out when Mara gets back, but we will see what's going on with her. Okay, she's still there. She got some internet fritzes, so she's going to be doing good. So in the meantime, Mittens, you are feeling really, really good right now. You catnipped out, and you're not like at disadvantage on anything, but you're just really happy right now. And you can see like a ton of there's condiments over there. Like you could just, and the ship is about to sink. It like sinks into your mind. This ship is about to sink. No one cares if I destroy all those condiments. No one at all cares. It won't matter. I could do whatever I wanted here, and it wouldn't affect anyone. All right, Ramsey's back. So I want there's 3 aisles, and the 3rd aisle seems to be full of condiments. Mara, could you tell me what is in the first 2 aisles?
Crystal vials of some sort.
Crystal vials of some sort? Is that in both or just one of them?
I'd say in just one of them, and I'd say the middle one is maybe various kinds of breads.
Awesome. So there's some baguettes that are like kind of lolling out because every good show needs French baguettes. There's some like very unique, like it looks like some sort of seashell that has been implemented inside of the crusting of the bread instead of sesame seeds. So that looks really interesting. You can see some breads that are just a really dark purple color, which seems to have been like made from maybe ground up something that's not wheat. But there's just a row of breads right down the middle, and hiding behind a large, like a very, very large bagel, you just see a spark of electricity. Those of you who rolled over a 9, which I believe is most of you, you see a spark of electricity hiding right in front of behind one of the bagels in the middle aisle. The safe seems to be all the way at the end of the middle aisle. What would you all like to do?
So I'm going to stay covertly stealth by the door, so kind of blocking or right at the doorway. And I want to mage hand some bread. Just start pilfering.
Okay. Give me a stealth check
wait
first.
Wait for the quickening to come to me and be like, I want that. And I want that.
That's nice. Do you have a stealth check for me to hide by the door?
Yeah, sure. Going to be 23.
23. All right. And what are the rest of you all doing?
Well, Mitten sees nothing, so he picks up the condiments in like bottles or jars.
Seems like bottles.
Are
And
they
lots of them.
breakable bottles?
They seem to be plastic.
Not very breakable. I pick one up and throw it at the wall.
Give me an athletics check.
And I'm raging. I have advantage on that.
You do. You do, in fact.
Natural 20. I chuck it at the wall.
It splatters and makes a really giant pattern all over the wall, and it's like this pretty. What condiment was it?
The first one I grabbed.
I'm gonna say it's mustard. There's this giant mustard state that explodes over the side of the wall.
Didn't grab another bottle.
Yeah, you also hear and see a quick flash of movement.
I pick up another bottle.
You have it.
And I throw it at whatever was just moving.
All right, make a ranged attack roll. That's a dexterity check, though.
Yep. Do you want Scott to confirm this? Because it's like the 5th natural 20 I've had.
Okay. Roll a second time. Just roll another d20 for me.
10. Plus.
Okay.
15.
You throw the bottle in the direction, and all of you see very quickly and something shoots out of that cabinet, does not get hit by the bottle, and then ducks back into the rest of the aisles. And I want all of you to give me a perception check.
All right.
8.
26.
17. Warren?
20, non-natural.
Awesome. You see that there's spark of light ended at the end of the aisle with the crystal vials in it. So farthest away from you in the corner to the left.
Mittens grabs them up.
So right now you can't see, like, these aisles are from floor to ceiling. So you see him dash around them. It seems like there's a walkway on this side and a walkway on the side where the safe is, but there's no way to walk between the two in the middle. So, like, you can't go in the middle between these aisles. So you can't, from where you are on the condiment section, you can't see what's happening in the crystal one. You just see him duck around and go over that way.
Unless anyone else wants to do something, I would call out it's the quickening and the something slide.
Terror slide.
Terror slide, that's it. Thank you. The terror slide is attacking the ship. If you don't come out right now, you're going to get eaten. And then I'd re-stealth. Do you want me to re-roll for stealth?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Rolled 16, and I had only 1, so 17.
Okay.
But I do want to...
You all hear... I'm not scared of the terror slide. No one's scared of the terror slide. Terror slide has been around for a million years. No one's scared of that. You all. What did you do with it?
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
Something went boom.
Yes, you did. What did you do? Where is it?
Do you mean the item in the safe?
In a flash, from one end of the hallway all the way to the other, you see a lightning, like almost a streak of lightning, shoot down the hallway, and now it's on you all side of the hallway. And you see kind of against one of the signs, again, this red striped gray cat, and its tail is kind of next to the sign, and the sign is jittering and shaking with electric pulses that shoot sparks out. And it looks at you and it says, if you don't tell me right now, I will destroy all of you. Too late! Everybody, please roll initiative.
$18 for Mittens.
Non-natural 20 for Fane.
14 for Ramsey.
21 for Warren.
Yeah, could you all put those into the chats for me? So we got a 21 for Warren, 20 for Fane, 18 for Mittens, and for Ramsey?
14.
14. All right. So, Warren, you are up first. You see this creature just spark, and a ton of electricity just starts leaping off of it, crashing into the walls, and it seems very angry.
Is it within range of anybody?
As of right now, no. It is about, I want to say one end of the hall is maybe 30 feet. So the room is a rectangle 30 feet by 120 feet. Well, nope. 120 plus 10. 150 feet. There's room enough on either side of these aisles. So it's basically a rectangle that is cut into 3 parts by these aisles. And right now, he is about 30 feet away from you.
I will cast Dissident Whispers at level 1 using my last level 1 spell slot.
All right. Toledo currently still has a level 1 spell slot inside of Toledo. Do you want him to go as well?
Sure.
Well, I think he has a level... Yeah. Nope. Well. All right. Let's see what goes down. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 3. And against Toledo, that is a 17 against Toledo. So I think he saves there. But he fails against you.
I did 15.
Okay.
Toledo did 13.
Toledo's is cut in half. Okay. It uses its reaction to move its speed away from you. And so you see it scream, ah! And in like a moment, disappeared and is just, it shoots down the hallway where the crystal vials are. Just, and it is out of sight of either of you, of anyone right now. Do you want to move?
No, I'm good.
All right. Next up is Fane. You currently do not have sight on the quickening.
Yeah, that's not ideal. It moves too fast. I think I'm going to, and I don't know when he's going yet. So I'm going to hold my action, which will be if I see him within range, I want to throw the catnip at him.
Sounds good. Next up is Mittens.
Okay, I know in general where it went.
You know it went down aisle number 1.
Okay, I'm going to run after it. Feline agility and all that. So I move 40. Feline agility lets me move 80 total.
All right. You sprint and you go down that aisle. You make it about from where you are, because you're at the door. You go 20 feet to that aisle and you go 60 feet down it. You are halfway down aisle 1. You can see at the end of aisle 1, the quickening is standing there.
Can I throw the bottle of condiment I grabbed?
Yeah, you can.
Be within range?
He's 60 feet away. That's, I'm going to say, in range. Sure. You do have disadvantage.
Disadvantage? This is a strength or a dexterity thing?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so I can't use reckless on it. At 80. Disadvantage. Try to hit her. Nope. So 3 plus 9, 8.
Nope.
If I'm proficient at it, which I'm not.
It shifts and moves right out of the way of you. And you hear, you'll have to do better than that.
That's really all I got. So.
Yep. And on its turn, you see lightning shimmer down the hall next to you, and it kind of just all of these crystal vials all the way down the hallway. The shelf shudders, and the crystal vials jump off of the shelf and attack you. And let's see how many of these attack you. Ten. 10 jump off the wall and attack you. I'm not going to roll that many dice. I'm going to use a thingy. That lets me roll 10 d20s. All right, I'm going to start a rolling. Let me know how many of them hit you. 1, 7, 17, 26, natural 20, 18, 16, 18, 7, 26, another natural 20, 24. 3 hits and 2 natural 20s. Okay. And so you will take 18 plus 6 is 24 bludgeoning damage as these things just come off the wall and start striking and attacking you.
12 because it's halved, right?
Correct.
I have it. So 12. Okay.
And then you see the quickening to the right towards aisles 2 and 3, but you don't know which one he's in. Next up, Ramsey.
Okay, where is the cat at the moment?
As far as you know, you just saw him run down aisle 1. Is at the moment.
And some of the crystal vials are currently sentient and attacking, is what I'm gathering.
Yes, but currently you are at the beginning of aisle 3, so you can't see what's happening in aisle 1.
Okay. I would like to move as close to aisle 1 as possible.
Okay, as you move past aisle 2, you see the quickening about halfway in the middle of aisle 2. As you're going from 3 to 1. As you go to aisle 2, you see the quickening in aisle 2.
Could I stop and cast magic missile at him?
He is 60 feet away. Can magic missile reach?
I think so. Let me check real quick. Spell sheet. 120 feet range, yeah.
Totally. And those are auto hits.
Yep, it looks like. So,
Yep, so go ahead and give me them damages. Next up is going to be Warren.
Okay, 4, 3, 1. 8 force damage. Oh wait, plus 3 for each dart. 11 force damage.
It's plus 1 for each dart.
Yeah, plus 1 for each dart. 11 force damage.
Sweet. And those pepper him. He is not happy about that at all. Nope. He goes, what are you doing? What is this? Next up is Warren. Is he froze?
We are at the
He looks
door,
froze like this.
right?
Correct. The door is at the end of aisle 3.
Oh, so the door is on the side. So aisle 2 would not be visible. It's not in the center. I just want to make sure that when he moved, he didn't come into my view for me for action. Okay.
Is anyone near in range of the quickening?
As of right now, you don't know. You are at the end of aisle 3, but you did see Ramsey stop at aisle 2 and sling a spell down the aisle, so you can assume he's there. So if you move, it'll be 20 feet to aisle 2. You'll be able to see the quickening down the aisle about 60 feet away.
Okay. So I move over next to Ramsey. And do I see the quickening?
You do.
Okay. Is anyone near him?
No.
I will chill touch him. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll just vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw twice. Sir.
And is he chaotic?
So does he have disadvantage, right?
Correct.
So the first one's a fail. Second one's a fail.
Total of 12.
Okay. He's like, what? That's the sound he makes. So yeah. It's gonna be Fane.
Yep. So I will have seen both Ramsey and Warren go to the second tile and do stuff. I will follow. And how far would throwing a little bag or something of catnip go?
It's 60 feet. I think you could try it.
All right.
You have disadvantage, though.
All right. I will try.
Give me those sweet magic surge numbers.
Oh. Ooh.
That happened.
Okay, so that.
And every time Warren casts a spell, he rolls d6. On a 6, there's a magic surge.
I should probably wait then, because that will be probably important. When I
Well,
do.
what did you get?
I didn't roll yet. Would it be I add dexterity?
Dexterity, you are not proficient with bags of catnip.
What's that? That's going to be 12. 12. The roll was higher.
12.
Yeah.
That is a miss.
All right.
Which goes off. We will see what that is. It's a 2-5, 2-7. I wish I could control F on this list. It would make our magic surges a lot easier. You do, however, have a connection to your wild magic surges, so you know what happens whenever one happens. I think that's what we established, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So no matter what goes down, even if it doesn't have an effect right now, it probably will later. So, excited, it's coming up, 2-5, 2-7. Warren, are you wearing any boots?
I imagine I have some sort of footwear on.
In our image, you don't have any shoes on, if that's a canonical image of you. Did you leave your boots with the slod, is what I'm asking.
I'll say I'll roll an odds yes, or odds at yes, even.
Okay.
So it was a 20, so no, I didn't leave the boots.
Okay. Your boots give you resistance to all magical damage.
Is that just to my feet, or?
No. It says caster's boots give him 50% magical resistance. So, surprise, you got magic boots now. Yeah. Good job. That will come in handy. Really soon. Mittens, you're getting accosted by 10 different vials that are just swimming around trying to destroy you.
So I guess I accost them back.
Yeah, go ahead and do the accosting.
Reckless, because I can.
Okay.
6 + 7. 13 to hit on the first one.
13 to hit on the first one. That is a miss.
Uh, 21 to hit on the second one.
That hits.
E4. 11 damage. One of the little jars. They assume they didn't turn into one giant creature. So
It did not break apart. It just kind of got hurt.
all right. And now I'm surrounded by
You
9
seem
others.
to be. Yeah, the one you hit, it didn't even break apart.
Good, great.
But I will say, give me just a second. At this point, the jars fall to the ground, kind of shatter on the ground.
Okay. So
You're by yourself in a hallway now.
in the direction I saw the quickening go.
Run down to the other end of the hallway. You can almost make it there.
What if I use a key point to dash as my bonus action?
Then you can make it all the way around the corner.
And see it, at least.
You cannot see it as of right now. You can just see, you're just at the other end of the hallway. You're at the end of aisle 1.
Oh, 80 feet got me there. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
It's a long hallway.
Feet long. So that. The quickening, it's the quickening's turn. See if its quickening recharges. It does. That's the worst for you all. The lightning shoots down the hallway that has all of these breads in it. The breads leap off of the hallway and swarm the 3 of you who are standing at the end of 2. They are going to attempt to attack you, and there's a lot of them. I'm just going to divide it equally, but I do think the one that hurt it the most is Warren or Ramsey.
Off the top of my head, I think
It was Ramsey.
Okay.
So, Ramsey, 4 of them are going to attack you. 3 of them are going to attack Fane. 3 of them are going to attack Warren. Ramsey, 25 to hit.
That does hit.
25 to hit. 15 to hit.
Will this be at disadvantage?
They will not be. The quickening is not attacking. Did the 17 hit?
If it's hitting me, no, it did not.
Okay. 6 times 3 is 18. Nope. Ramsey, you take 24 bludgeoning damage as these pummel you. You're getting hit by horrible, very mean baguettes. Are horribly stale. 3 of them are going to attempt to attack Warren. 22 to hit. 24 to hit. 26 to hit. Natural 20.
Yes, but I thought you said I only got hit by 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. I rolled 4 of them. So thankfully, the natural 20 did not hit you. Let's do the math for that. You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is it magic?
And 3 of them. Huh? Is it magic? Bludgeoning. These are the worst rolls ever.
You said 28?
And now, yes. And now versus Fane. We got 17 to hit Fane. It's 14 to hit Fane. Miss. 18 to hit Fane. So 2 hits. Damage towards Fane.
What was the... I can have one of those. What was the last one? I didn't hear you say a number. I'm sorry.
It was 18.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. So if you'd like, you can half the damage, I would say, from... There are 2 separate hits. You would take it down to 7 damage.
Okay.
So the bread starts pummeling you at the end of the hallway, and the quickening goes, "That's what you get! I'm happy that we can rise to the occasion." And it boom, shoots around the corner. You see that run down to the end of the hall, seeing you, was like, nah, not gonna go that way, and goes to aisle 3 and shoots down aisle 3. You all turn back to the top. I like this encounter. This is a really interesting encounter. Warren, you're up. Ramsey, you're up.
So, do I see the quickening, or I?
Not you, Ramsey. Ramsey's up. Costed by 4 rolls of bread that seem to have been quickened.
I would like to attack the bread.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Sweet.
Let me grab my d12. $13 plus 4 on bludgeoning damage. Oh wait, slashing damage on that hit.
13 plus 4 slashing.
Yep.
Bread, but it is still a loaf.
And the second attack was a nat 1, so.
Oh no! The bread is getting inside of your gears. Maybe attacking the bread isn't going to solve the problem. Next up is Fane. No, Warren. Warren, you're being accosted by 3 loaves of bread.
So there's 3 loaves of bread that are surrounding me.
Correct.
They're on all sides or in front of me?
They're kind of swarming around you. I think they're on all sides at this point, because they all wanted to get a hit on you. Maneuver yourself so that all 3 are in front of you. You can probably do so without taking any attacks of opportunity.
I would like to. Let's see. Have I seen any go down yet?
You have not. These are all freshly quickened loaves of bread.
I will cast Magic Missile at 2nd level on.
Okay.
And use 1 volt for each of them, and then another one for the. Do I see the quickening?
You do not.
Right. Then I'll do one for 2.
Damages.
Two for 5 and 1 for 7.
Okay. All right. You blast into the breads. They are still doing pretty okay. They're just breads. Yeah, they're all fine. You just blasted them. Make an Arcana check.
And I got a surge.
And you got a surge. Awesome. Make an Arcana check.
18.
18. You recognize this spell. You have an object in your possession that can duplicate it. This is the Animate Objects spell. So, you have that knowledge. So you know that currently the quickening is concentrating on this spell. That's how it's happening. And you're pretty sure that you were hearing Mittens going over there when she was fighting crystal things. It stopped because you all hit the quickening, and the quickening broke concentration. The quickening is concentrating on this spell. You have that information. Give me your a while surges. It's going down. Fane, it's up to you. You got 3. You got a loaf. You have that seashell loaf of bread, the purple bread, and a very.
So I will be disengaging.
Probably a good idea.
And then I saw which way he went, correct?
Yes, you saw he went towards aisle 3.
Okay, and I am still at the very end of the hallway. I haven't gone down any of the aisles, so I will go back my movement to the door, which should be right looking down aisle 3, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it only takes 10 feet of movement to get to the door, and you can see halfway down the hall of aisle 3, you see the quickening.
So he's 60 feet down, and I can move 20, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will move down, and I will shoot him with the pistol thing that I have that I am non-proficient in.
Give it a shot. You have disadvantage.
Yeah, it's really my only ranged thing.
You have disadvantage as of right now.
Okay. 8 and so 8 is going to be below. So that's going to only be 13.
Going to be a miss. You take the shot, it goes down the hallway, and you notice that it is not your aim that made you miss. It seems to be the creature itself is just moving back and forth wherever it is, and it seems to be blurring any attacks against it.
Okay. But it is within my eyesight, and it's 40 feet from me at the moment. Probably not going to be for long.
No. Mittens, you're up.
I go running after it.
Presumably the shot was very loud. Because
It was loud. You run down. You have 40 feet of movement. You can make it to the end of the hall. You're at
20.
movement. You can yes, you can make it to the end of 3, and you can see that the quickening is 60 feet down the hall.
Okay.
20 feet of movement left.
I move towards it. I've got nothing else. Can I? Is
So-
this the condiment aisle?
This is the condiment aisle.
Can I grab another condiment and chuck it at it? Move 20 feet down, grab a condiment, and chuck it.
You do so. Advantage.
Yep.
And you also have noticed that this is because of the creature, not because of you.
Okay. So disadvantage.
I'm looking up this wild magic surge. Change things. 6668.
19. Oh, 7. Does 14 hit?
It does not.
Dang it. Does it get splattered at all? For visual-
I'll make a dex save. It gets some ketchup on it.
I feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah, it looks like it's bleeding. I found the magic surge. All of the breads around you, Warren, turn to grilled cheeses. Because the magic surge is target's feet turn to cheese. So, we'll say because the equivalent of these things turning to cheese, they will have disadvantage on their attacks because they're just now sandwiches. It is the quickening's turn. The quickening got some red stuff on it, is not too happy about that. Looks down the hallway, looks down the other hallway, and it looks and sees that it's probably a little trapped. There's a very angry Mittens, and on the other way there is a Fane. Not sure if he's smart enough to know which one is the bigger threat. He does. He's angry that he got some splash on him. So he looks down the hallway at Mittens. And I don't think that's going to recharge because it's still going. Looks down the hallway at Mittens, and a bolt of lightning shoots out of the quickening down the hallway straight towards Mittens. Mittens, I need you to make a dexterity save and throw.
22.
Yeah, that'll do it. You will still take half damage, which is going to be 16 lightning damage, which is not reduced. Quickening will then zoom straight towards you. Actually, no. Yeah, he will. He'll zoom straight towards you, and then try to slip past you and go down the other hallway. You get one opportunity attack as he does so.
Can I make it reckless?
Sure. But that does not mean you have advantage. It means you roll a straight.
Regular roll. Regular roll. 14.
He zips around you and shoots down the hallway back to aisle 1. And you lose sight of him. Ramsey, your turn. You got all these breads around you.
I would like to attack the grilled cheeses. is a 14 plus 7 hit, which should be 20. Unnatural.
It does hit, yes.
Seven bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
18
you take out that
modifiers on the second hit. So, sorry.
15 without modifiers.
18.
That's going to be a hit. Yep. You take out one of the salmon. You take out a bread.
And 8 bludgeoning damage on the second hit.
Awesome. You hit another bread. Point. You all feel the ship. And I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw.
$27.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Nat 20.
$19.
Sweet. The ship lilts. All of you all keep your footing. But it kind of shifts to one side. I'll make a roll for the bread. The shelf, as the ship shakes and moves. Here, everyone, I believe it's time to get out of there. The terrace light is on the way, and I haven't been able to slow it down any more than I just now. He's here. You all really need to get out of there as soon as possible. Warren, you're up.
There's still 3 Caesars around me.
They are currently prone, so they're on the ground.
Would a bite attack have advantage?
Yes, it would. They are prone, and a bite would technically be a melee attack.
Okay. Would Toledo be able to bite him?
Yes, you know his bite does 1 damage. Beretta is also there too, and will bite as well. Are you going to try bites?
$17 for me. 10 plus whatever the mice have. 8 plus whatever the other one is.
All right. They are biting at it. They'll have advantage. Did you roll with advantage for them? Yeah.
Yes.
They bite at it. They do not seem to but they get some cheese that's on the ground and are very happy. But you bite into it and you hit. Give me some damage.
I mean, technically my favorite enemy is sandwiches.
It is your favorite enemy, without a doubt.
1d4.
Yep, 1d4 plus your strength.
6.
6. I will double it just because, come on, they're sandwiches, and you power that sandwich.
They're, what's the word? They're weak against bite attacks.
They are vulnerable to. They have a bite vulnerability. You and Toledo and Beretta take out one of those sandwiches with a delicious force. Amazing. Fane. All the bread seemed to be flopping around on the ground. You saw the quickening shoot past Mittens towards aisle 1.
All right. This is very annoying that it keeps moving. I'm going to move my full length. I'm Damn it, I'm only 20 feet down the aisle, right? It's a 100-foot
Yep.
aisle. All right, I am going to move 30
Are you going to
feet
go down the aisle, or are you going to come...
back.
Okay. 30 feet back.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
I would be back at aisle 2, as I understand it.
Your movement speed is 30. You have a bonus action dash, and you can also use your action to dash as well.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yep, I'll do that. I'm going to dash the 30 feet, which should get me around the corner into aisle 1, right? And I see him?
At the end of the aisle, about 20 feet in.
Okay, so he's still 80 feet then? Is that?
100
Well,
feet
so
away.
I get in, I get around the corner 20 feet, right? Because it's 10 over to the first aisle, and I moved in 20 feet, and then he's in 20 feet, so it's 80.
Correct. You got it. You got your math right. Yep.
All right. Then I will action to move the other 30. So now we're 50 feet apart.
Awesome. Next up is Mittens. You saw the quickening. You zip around and run down to aisle 1.
Bolt after him again.
Yeah. You run back that way, and you see that he is about 20 feet down the aisle away from you.
Hey, close the computer, guys.
You use an action to dash to be right up on him.
Okay, so you remember the tea party? We got those teas. Would that be an action or a bonus action to drink at this point? I still have it.
Bonus action?
Okay.
Oh wait, no. What tea did you get?
The black tea. The 1 minute my hit points can't turn to 0.
Yeah, that's just something you can invoke. I don't think that takes an action. I think.
Okay. But is it a bonus action or an action?
But that's a one-time use.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm at 13 hit points. So it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. I think it section.
Bonus action? Okay, so I'll dash to try to pin the quickening again. All
right.
Trying to stand in the middle of the aisle so he can't get past me. And then I'm going to invoke the tea. Because
sounds good.
He's probably going to attack me again.
All right. His turn. He looks at you. Looks down the aisle, and he sees Fane as well. Shot. But he's not going to do that. You hear him say, flashlights here. Can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. And bolts. He pushes right towards you. You get one opportunity attack as he tries to go by you. Do you want to take an opportunity attack? He's running right past you.
Mittens or Ramsey?
Mittens.
Who is he running past?
He's running past you.
Me? Okay. So I have disadvantage, right?
You do. Unless you take it reckless.
We could. Let's take it reckless. And I'm going to do this with dexterity instead of strength. I'm going to try to hit him. I'm getting mad now.
Yeah.
14 plus 9, 23.
That's a hit.
For 7 damage.
So you do catch him on the way by. You feel your claws sink in, and you hear a zooms past you. He actually is going to zoom past Fane as well. Fane, if you would like, you can also make an opportunity attack.
I would. It will also be a disadvantage. All right. 18 and 18. Wow. Okay. So
Nice.
that's gonna be, yeah, a hit, I imagine.
That's a hit, yep.
And we'll be with my dagger. He's not engaged, so I do not sneak attack him.
Okay.
2d6.
Hey, don't step on the bear like that.
It is 5 damage.
5 damage. And he feels that as well. He's not too happy about that either. And you feel that you sink into him as you're kind of getting used to him as his slippery self. You kind of your eyes are starting to catch on, and he's starting to catch on the fact that you all are catching on. Yeah, let's check the Brids. That's 2 con saves for him. He keeps both of those con saves. But let me see. Let me check the spell. Yeah, nope. He zooms around the corner, dashes down, and he gets all the way down to the end. I mean, not Ramsey, past Fane, door, and then he says, "You all probably didn't have it anyway. I'm going to leave now. Bye, 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 bye." Zoom. Door. To dash, he is 120 feet away. At this point, all the breads drop on the ground.
Am I near the safe? Relatively speaking.
Yes. You can totally head over to the safe.
I go over to the safe and try to find whatever it is they told us to get.
I want to eat the grilled cheese.
I follow Mittens.
It is delicious. It is, in fact, delicious. You all head over to the safe. Ramsey is going down the hallway because she's in aisle 2, and Mittens is going back. You open up the safe. Inside, there is a letter for the orchid, signed H. And I think is where we're going to end our session.
Well,
there's a letter. Again, the letter says, "Thank you for the orchid, signed H." Yeah. I will say it's not too difficult for you all to get out and find Cheshire and make it to the surface before the terror slide destroys the ship.
Can I grab one of those little crystal vial things before we go? The random
You can.
stuff.
I have no idea what's inside of it, but you have one.
I want to know what's inside of it. They attacked her. She wants to know.
Yeah, you totally can grab one on the way out. Ramsey.
Jane is also curious about what's inside. She'll grab a bottle of ketchup and a couple vials.
Sounds good. Ramsey.
I will grab one container of mayonnaise and a crystal vial on the way out.
Awesome. Ramsey, give me a history check.
All right. Nat 20 plus, I think, 2.
You're positive it's Hash's handwriting. We'll end the session. Thank you all very much. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the broadcast. Thank you all very much for coming on out. We got Fane, Jennifer, and Scott. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. It was a really fun time. Wasn't as fulfilling. Didn't get to kill the Quickening. I kind of like that character, and he's definitely going to be back. That's going to be awesome. Thank you all very much, and respect the royal.